Hey, what's up everybody, it's Mikexingchen, and this video is me commenting on your comments for the month of January 2016. Wow, man, this year is already kind of flying by, so let's get right into it. This is from the recently released video about the CIA documents. Kason Lala says, dude, you should do some more urban legends, and P.S. you look tired. I am planning on doing more urban legends and actually more old wives' tales. I have a collection of these stories, and these videos are coming up. I look tired. Well, as I explained before, it is kind of just my face. I just have this tired-looking face. Also, I want to share something with you guys. I think it's this eye or this eye. I forget. One of these eyes. Anyway, when I was young, it was kind of crazy story. I was holding like some kind of metal object in my hand, and I tried to jump over a fence when I was a kid, and I didn't make it. So I fell onto this object. And a lot of you guys are home watching this. You're probably being grossed out right now, but I'm sorry. I'm just trying to tell you a story of what happened, and it cut me. I think it's under this eye. And it cut me in a way where it looks like I just have like permanent eye bags, but it's actually a scar. So I had to get like 13 stitches. Luckily, missed my eyeball, otherwise, you know, my other senses would have been heightened because my sight probably wouldn't have been that good. But Kason, I do appreciate your concern. Rasha, the fire goddess, same video, says, all I think is this guy working for the government and still stealing all of this stuff and put it on YouTube for some reason. Well, if I am working for the government, tell them they've been late with their payment for about, 3 years now. So I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, never got a check from the government once. Those guys, they promise me and just never deliver. All right, next. Tim In says, what if what we call aliens are humans from the future, with a way better technology and with a time travel type of machine? And those things are either humans or just suits that we wear in the future. Big head, big eyes, and they just come to this time to see our world. I don't know. It's just something to think about. Interesting theory. Maybe it's like a time tourism. It's kind of like if we had time travel now, we would go back and see what the dinosaurs look like. I don't know, maybe something like that. But also I was reading this book in college. I took this class on parapsychology and hypnosis. I mentioned this a while back, but during there was a book that our professor made us read, and it was about past life regressions and people talking about their memories from a past life. And one of these chapters was about, this is me telling you the story. I mean, you can judge for yourself whether you want to believe it or not. I don't know if it's true or not. It was about him saying that he saw himself or herself, I can't remember the gender, as a person living in Atlantis. And when Atlantis was being destroyed, they actually left the planet in spaceships to go to other planets or whatever. Because I guess Atlantis was a very advanced civilization. So maybe aliens could also be previous Earth inhabitants. Anyway, interesting theory. Thank you for sending that in. Snapdragon HD says, can anyone tell me the anime of the top right poster, guy showing his back with two swords? Well, that's one of my favorite anime, SAO Sword Art Online. I'm watching it for the second time now. I love it. I think it's a great anime. I think people either love it or hate it. I love it. I think it's great. Okay, moving on to the Mysterious Boom video. Nader R says, Chuck Norris sneezed. Valid explanation. You guys remember those commercials with Chuck Norris and Van Damme, where Van Damme is doing the splits on the between the two semis, and then Chuck Norris does the splits between like two aircrafts. So it would be really funny if the mysterious boom was caused by Chuck Norris's sneeze into one-up Chuck Norris. Van Damme hiccups and the earth shakes. It's Vilu says it was Saitama defeating a few bad guys. Was this Satama? I know what you're talking about. One Punch guy. Really funny new anime series. I love it. I wish it wasn't just like 6 or 7 episodes. I really like that series. It's pretty hilarious. And those of you who've seen that series, do you wonder like where his power actually came from? I know he thinks that it comes from him like running every day and doing sit-ups and whatever, but where does that power come from? This is from the technology video. Oliver Rodriguez, good to see you approaching 1 million subscribers. Thank you. I've been subbed since like 140,000 and watched probably all your videos. Keep up the great content, bro. Thank you so much. I've been getting a lot of messages because this channel is approaching 1 million. I think it's what maybe by the release of this video is over 800,000. We're at least close to that. Yeah, who would have thought? Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and doing all that great stuff you guys do. And I wouldn't be here without you. So you guys are the motivation that keeps me going, and it's really cool to be able to put up content and have people actually watch and like it. So I really never take that for granted. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll do something fun when we reach 1 million subscribers. I don't know what that would be. Who knows? So let's go on to the next one. These are the underwater mysteries. Loserly Cool says, is it me or there's something on his neck? You know, I've in my career of doing YouTube, I've had 2 instances where I wore bandages, you know, where you guys could see it. So the first time was on my face, and the second time you guys saw was on my neck. And both times, you know, I cut myself. And I put a bandage on, and it's funny because, I mean, to me, it's just like, okay, I cut myself, I put a bandage on, but it caused this whole mysterious discussion about what am I hiding? Am I actually being attacked by vampires or zombies, which could actually be the case, and I just can't tell you. Next, same video, Jen J says, you couldn't pay me enough to go into a underwater cave. That's a nightmare to me. I agree with you, Jen. Like, a cave itself, to me, unless it's humongous, I wouldn't go in there because, first of all, it's pitch black. Like, if you guys never been into a cave before, like a really deep cave, I actually went to a cave in Hannibal, Missouri. And if you guys ever read the book Tom Sawyer, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, it's where Tom and I think Becky got lost and they were running away from that guy who was trying to kill them. And they were lost in this cave. And I was in this cave, and the tour guide turned off the lights for like 5 seconds just to let us experience pitch black darkness, and it was crazy. I couldn't even take it. It was so dark, it physically hurt me. So I wouldn't go into a cave even if it wasn't underwater, and especially if it's underwater, I'd be worried about not being able to come out. So that would be a nightmare for me as well. Thomas Niti says, at 8 minutes and 8 seconds, how would you move a massive treasure? There are ways, but it would have to remain a lifelong secret. Gold and other precious metals would have to be melted down and turned into something modern. Gems and diamonds would have to be sold a piece at a time, or small pieces, only a few at a time, so as not to draw attention to the power cartels of the modern age. That's how. And not even tell your closest family member. Wow, you gave this some thought. I didn't get this far. I just thought, you know, if I discover like a hidden golden city somewhere, I just, you know, put a brick in my pocket and walk out. Next, this is the wow signal video. Luani, sorry, says, so the wow signal could be the sound of comet fart. Yeah, I guess it could be. I mean, do comets fart? And if so, if comets fart, but no one's there to hear it, is it still a fart? Does that make sense? All right, probably not. Austin Piazzo says, little known fact, this should be called the mom signal. It's actually upside down. What if that was true? What if the person actually heard mom, or their mom called and, you know, I don't know, from outer space? Obi, okay, I like this comment purely because I like the name this person have. Obi-Wan Cannoli. That's clever. I like that. I like cannolis and I like Star Wars. Great video. I've been binge watching his other channel, Strictly Dumpling. Well, thank you so much. If you guys don't know, I do have other YouTube channels, and one of them is a food channel, which I love. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll put that link in the description box. And I think that's it for all the comments. And guys, if your comment wasn't selected, it's nothing personal. Sometimes people have been commenting all the time. I sometimes don't see them because right now, I think on average, there's 1,000 comments per video, and I try to get through as many as I can. But I do really appreciate you guys commenting, because I do get to read a lot of them, even though I don't get to reply as often. And I mentioned this in a couple of videos already, but if you haven't heard about it, I have started a new vlog channel because there are a lot of things I do that doesn't really fit into any of the numerous channels that I have. So that's just going to be pure vlog channel. So on there, you're going to see what I do on a semi-regular basis. So I'm about to go on a couple trips. I'm going to, vlog about that. I'm going to talk about my favorite games on my iPad. I'm going to talk about my favorite anime series. Yeah, so just a bunch of personal stuff. So if you don't like me that much, yeah, definitely don't go watch that because really nothing to learn from that except for you get to know me better. For those of you who want to see it, I will have the link in the description box, and I appreciate it so much that you guys check it out. And if you like it, please subscribe. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome start to 2016. See you later.